Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Happy holidays. For those celebrating Kwanzaa, no, I'm sorry, Hanukkah. Hanukkah's first. Celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Then we have Christmas, and then we have Kwanzaa. Getting a little ahead of myself. But yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Just gonna wait for a minute here to get our co-host Brandon Lee on here, and then we're gonna get started. I know Brandon is excited to talk about a couple of hot topics that he wants to share his feelings about. Let's see. Hey, Brandon.
Hello.
We're gonna have to adjust.
Oh, gosh, my camera's hard.
Our
Sorry.
height.
Nope.
There we go.
Oh.
Where are you?
And all in one parking lot.
You are going to go kidnap somebody.
I am, probably. One day. It's more fun to eat in a parking lot, I think.
Sure. How's your day going? Happy Hanukkah.
Is it Hanukkah today?
Today's the last day of Hanukkah.
Oh.
And then we go to Christmas, and then after Christmas we have Kwanzaa. And then Festivus, I think, is just the entire winter holiday spread.
Ah.
Yeah. Little factoids there for you. But Brandon, where did we go eat today? I'm excited.
We went to Ire for our last meal together for the rest of the year.
We're going to close off at a place called Ire on Kiyamoku. For those who are unfamiliar, it's a very quaint, literally run by moms and aunties, Korean restaurant. And it's not that typical type of Hawaiian style Korean that we think of. It's not grilled meats, it's not barbecue, it's not late lunch in that sense. They specialize in my uneducated perspective, more authentic style Korean food, like handmade noodles, tons of different types of juk, rice porridge, a couple of tteokbokki dishes, the rice cakes, mandu, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they're so nice.
It's healthy. I think they advertise it as healthy Korean cooking because it's food that's supposed to help you when you're sick or stuff like that. Like a lot of juk and soups and broth kind of things, as Will said.
Isn't Korean food just generally healthy though?
Yes. Like there's a lot of natural things about it, like a lot of probiotics from all the fermentations and stuff like that. But for me, I mean, it is healthy, but a lot of it is bad just because of the amount of sodium I think you would intake. That's the only concern I would have for it.
I'm a fan
Other
of
than
sodium. Sodium's on my good list. I'm not afraid of it.
I am too, but I mean, for people who are sodium, gotta watch it. But what did you get from Ire?
Well, every time I go, I kind of feel like I want to get a lot of stuff, but then, I mean, it's not small portions, so I got two things. I got their boiled mandu, their chicken and vegetable dumplings,
Mm-hmm.
and classic, I mean, in my mind, classic mandu, like half moon fold. It's pretty big. This is like half of one already. It comes with some pickled onions, kimchi, and some soy dipping sauce. And then I got one of their homemade noodle dishes. So this is their perilla noodle. So perilla is sesame leaf, or their type of sesame leaf.
Yeah.
So they make like a hand-torn noodle with this, and it comes with seafood, and it comes with a broth. So it's like a soup noodle.
Awesome.
Yeah. What'd you get?
There was a lot of things I wanted to get.
Right.
But
you need more mouths.
Yeah, and I mean, I just came from some media event thing, so I'm actually kind of full already. But I got their tteokbokki, which I actually really like. I feel like a lot of people make it too sweet in Hawaii. Theirs is rather spicy, but I did it with their chewy noodle. So
yeah,
that, and I got a kimbap, one for me and one for my mother. She loves kimbap, so
I didn't even see that on the menu.
You just have to. It's right in front of the lady at the register.
You just gotta know.
But
Brandon's in.
yeah, I didn't know that they closed their McCully one.
They did close the McCully one, so I don't know if this is gossip because I don't know this firsthand, but I think there was like a marital separation, and then each party got one or something. And then I heard there's another location. There's more than just the one in Keimoku, allegedly.
Huh.
But as Brendan is saying, this is our last show for the year, so happy holidays, happy New Year, everyone. Melissa 808 just informed us that somehow she's worked magic, and we are now live streaming on YouTube. So whomever has been fortunate enough to stumble upon us on YouTube, hi folks, happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Mandu Kuksu is Korean penicillin. I couldn't agree more. Mandu Kuksu is delicious. So Brandon, I know that based on your social media, you kind of have some strong feelings about some recent food trends.
Okay, yeah. So everyone has noticed or has seen my big rant with charcuterie boards. First off, to clear the air, I love charcuterie. I love charcuterie platters. It's just, I think people they couldn't tell what I was talking about. Basically, my whole big rant was, I was just telling people or informing people like a PSA, they should not spend $75 on a charcuterie board from an Instagram maker. I understand people like they need to make a buck, they need to make money, and that's one route to go. But I mean, I think it's a complete ripoff. I really do, personally. Oh yeah, there we go. H Mart in Kakaako has the E-Ray. So, but okay, charcuterie is like, I think it's something as a person, as like for myself, I've done it with friends. You know, I think it's just more fun. You go somewhere, you buy a bunch of meat, you buy a bunch of cheese, and just make the board yourself. I think it's fun. I understand there's some people that would rather buy it.
But it's like a service, right? Some people don't know how to do it. Like,
but it's so expensive.
I may not know how to change the oil in my car, so I'll pay someone to do it. I don't know how much that costs. It probably cost me like $3.
$35. It's like $35. But
if you get the oil yourself to do it, it's probably like $3.
Yeah, but
you're for the service.
That's different than you're gonna fold some salami, you know?
You're saying that because you know how to fold the salami.
Anyone can fold salami.
But there are people who are just feel intimidated in the kitchen.
Okay, then why did everyone attempted to make sourdough during COVID, but they don't want to try to fold salami?
I don't understand. Sourdough's like difficult. I don't know.
Sourdough is like one of the hardest breads to
I don't know why people thought that was your like entry level bread class.
Make a roll. But I mean,
make lavash.
I want to say maybe 90% of people agreed with me based on all my my angry rants. Yeah. 10% were like, well, you know, there's a lot of people who are just basic and just want to like buy it. And I'm like, you know, that's all the power to you. I'm not going to dog on you. I was just more making a PSA. I was like, you know, you can do it yourself.
But don't you think it's interesting that it's not as if there's only one Instagram charcuterie board business.
No, there's so many now. There's like
even
5 locally ones.
Even locally,
there's like 5.
There's 5.
And
yeah.
I know probably some of them saw my videos and were like, you know, screw this guy. But the reality of it is, like, you're literally gonna most of them go to Costco, they buy a bunch of sliced meats, they put it together, make it all fancy, put a wedge of cheese, put some nuts, put some fruits. Here you go. I bought it for $12. I'm gonna charge you $80. Like,
and you got a cute cutting board.
No, some of them you don't even get a board. They just put it in some like disposable box thing.
A
You
non-bento
know, it's
bento.
like yeah, a bento. But and then I saw like someone did a vegan charcuterie platter, which was
Okay,
okay.
what
It's
is that? Like sliced
it's
vegetables?
crudité. It's crudité,
Was
and I'm
that
like,
$70? Was that $70?
it was like $50.
God bless. And people bought it.
You
God
know, and then
bless.
I was joking with someone. I was like, you know, someone's gonna go to a Japanese restaurant. They're gonna buy a sashimi platter and be like, I got me some fish charcuterie. And
I
then I was like,
think
okay.
I think it's just because you're familiar with this that you have a stronger feeling towards this. This is like when White Claw came out and they're like, ooh, hard seltzer, genius. And you're like, wasn't that just vodka soda? And haven't we all been drinking this forever? And now you've made it a new product, but it's the same thing.
It is just seltzer. It's just like, mind you, I love seltzers, so I can't really dog on it. But
I mean,
I'm a fan of. I think the original seltzer is like vodka soda.
oh, that's what I mean.
Like,
And
and
then
I
they
love
canned
vodka
it and called it
sodas.
hard seltzer. And you're like, wow, really?
I mean, it's trendy, but it's like light beer. You can drink 10 of them and still be fine, or I can at least.
Is that the point? Why do I want that much
I,
liquid?
why do you want light beer?
Or don't.
Why do people want light beer?
I don't
It's so they
know.
can drink a lot of
Because
it, and
because they don't like flavor.
that's true.
So you think people should just buy their own charcuterie and make their own boards?
I think people can do whatever they want to do, but my suggestion for people would be have fun with it. You know, I think it's just more accomplishing and more rewarding for someone to make it themselves. But that's just me. You know, I mean, we are both people from the food industry, so we both have a perceived value on things.
You more than me, but yeah, sure, we'll go with it. Yeah.
I mean, I spend money on stupid things.
Well, I just
You know,
I just
I'm
don't know. I just don't know how much things cost.
I don't either sometimes. I buy things for the gimmick, you know. We have our faults, but I think I don't know. But this like you know we had a talk a long time ago about all the different businesses on Instagram selling things. But that's for next year. There is a new trend that I'm starting to see now, though.
What is it?
But I feel like I don't want to talk about it because it's actually all my friends that are doing it.
The thing you just
But
ate? The thing you just ate and
no.
posted?
What did I just eat in post? No.
Fried chicken.
By the way, that fried chicken was bomb. As a unofficial king of fried chicken of Hawaii.
Did you eat it fresh or was it delivered to you?
It was delivered to me. It was crispy. It was hot. It was juicy. Which, you know, if you can deliver fried chicken and be awesome, it's amazing. But what the thing I've noticed lately that I'm seeing more and more of, which I've eaten one and it's delicious. The one she does is great. Is I've seen a lot of Basque cheesecakes come from restaurants and people just baking it.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I mean, it's by all means, it is not an easy thing to do. So Rachel Marai, who you know was a pastry chef for Vintage K when it came out, she used to be the pastry chef at Kona Coffee Preparers. She makes a bomb Basque cheesecake. Like it's super good.
But that's not the one you had recently?
That is the one I had recently, and it was delicious. But she was the first person I see that would post it. But now I saw maybe like I think 3 restaurants that posted that oh they're doing it. So I don't know if that's from it. I don't know just because people on the mainland are starting to do it too. But I've just noticed that.
Is it the new lobster roll of Honolulu?
Oh, can we not talk about lobster rolls?
Hi, Donda Man 808. You don't want to talk about lobster rolls? At Alta's open, they have one.
I haven't had theirs. I haven't had a lot of lobster rolls honestly on this island, but I
Oh,
also oh, I
I
also
thought you ate
had
it at all. Oh, it's only for lunch.
no, I went for dinner. Yeah. I haven't had a good lobster roll yet in Hawaii.
I have not had. I've had one. I've only had one of the lobster rolls on the island. I'll just wait until I go back to Boston.
Yeah,
What
like I'll just
hipster
wait to go to
11 says
Milan.
hi, Brendan?
What was that?
What's a hipster 11 says hi, Brandon?
Oh, hi.
Hi, Andrew Murakami.
I don't understand what that is. Oh, that's my other friend. I don't know. But let's recap our year. If you could
Okay.
name one restaurant best of 2020, best new
New.
restaurant of 2020,
This is
or
a tough
best
question because I didn't go
or
out to
best
eat a
old
lot.
restaurant.
I didn't go out to eat
How about
a
best
lot.
new restaurant of 2019 and 2020 combined? Because I feel like you can't really. There's not a lot of new restaurants that came out in 2020.
I wasn't here in 2019.
Also true.
I did eat at Rigo, which is not that new, but I mean, Rigo is on Kapahulu, where the old Genki was across from Safeway. It is Japanese-inspired Spanish tapas and Italian, which I understand sounds like a hot mess, but it's delicious. I had some
I
delicious things there.
I can concur. I liked my meal at Regal. I liked the tapa side a lot more than the entree side.
Oh, I didn't have any entrees. I had a pasta.
Yeah, I mean my tapas were good. So I enjoyed that. The entrees not so much.
What is?
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I ate at Miro. Miro was very good. I
I
had a
have
sit.
not yet to eat there yet, so I
I had a
can't.
sit-down dinner at Miro, which is exceptional. Other than that, that banh mi shop that people like on Wailai, is that new? No name?
Oh, No Name Barbecue.
Is that new?
I think they opened last year.
That's good.
Yeah, their banh
Um,
mi's good.
and then not too new, but the taco shop in Kailua, where Prima was, Gallo
Oh,
Rosa, also delicious.
Calarosa. That is a good place.
That
I
is
agree.
correct. Brandon Muka, 2007 wants to know what you're eating. He's eating raboki,
With chewy noodles
ramen, and
from Ire.
rice cakes.
Um, hmm,
Mukai 2007, do you want to know what I'm eating?
she does. Just tell her. She Korean like that.
She's over it. What is your favorite eatery the last year, if not two?
I, you know, there wasn't. I don't know. That's actually a really hard question to think about. Just
Just
trying
to
to think. We're
preface or
open.
to like side note this is Brandon's question. He asked this during our like pre-meeting about this show, and then now live, he doesn't have an answer. Bravo.
It's hard. I don't know what opens or where I liked. Um, I mean, I guess within the past, if we were to go back into next year, just because I feel like you can't really count 2020. Um, when Okim's moved to the new location, I'm always a big fan of Okim's.
Have you been?
Um, can I say biology?
Where you make your own pizza topping thing? The unlimited
Yeah.
topping? Isn't that a
Yeah.
franchise?
Yes, but
No, bro,
I'm
no.
basic like that.
Oh, you know what's really good? Here's a plug. Pizza Mamo, Hotel Street, Chinatown.
Oh,
Brooklyn,
that's a new one, right? By
Brooklyn style,
yeah.
sourdough crust. They also do like a Detroit, which is like a smaller, thicker Sicilian square pie.
Yeah. I've been
Both of
wanting
you
to go
come to
there.
Mio. I work. Blakey Boy wants us to go to Mio Postology. Blakey Boy, I tried to go to Mio Postology, but it's only takeout right now. and I wanted to go dine in. I know we're taking out right now, but I tried to go. But once you guys open dine in, then I'll go.
I went to Meal. I enjoyed it. They have a good bread selection. It's the people, I forget who it was, but
Bane.
my, yeah. The people from Bain that opened it. I mean, it's simple. It's very simple. It's just pasta and you choose your sauce. It's kind of like Pieology, but pasta. Mealology. Maybe that's why it's called it like that. Or Pastaology. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else I liked eating this year. I kind of just went back to the same old things I've always eaten just because during this whole pandemic, I just wanted food that would more or less make me happy to eat.
Oh, wait. I have another one. I just had lunch. Oh, 2 plates. Actually, I'm closing out the year. Okay. I went to Macaulay Buffet.
Oh, that place was good. I went there in the beginning of the year. I enjoyed it.
Macaulay Buffet, which was the new Camellias on Macaulay Street next to Chico's. Great. It's a buffet, all you can eat. There's servers behind the station serving you the food, so you don't touch any of it. But super fresh ahi sashimi. I went for lunch. Super fresh ahi sashimi. Super fresh salmon sashimi. They have some sushi rolls, and then all you can eat Korean style barbecue. It's not my favorite Korean barbecue, like the marinated meats, but for the price and for all you can eat, it's pretty good. And then the sashimi itself is worth the ticket price. And then the other thing I went to eat at, also all you can eat. Oh God, this is telltale how I eat food. Is that shabu place that Brendan said he didn't like, and then I made him eat it, and then he liked it. What's it called?
Shibuya.
Shibuya at the mall.
Okay, but they changed. That's why.
I tried to go, and Brendan said no. He told me I could not go to this restaurant. Finally, one day I just was like, I'm not going to tell Brandon. I'm just going to sneak in there. Then he caught me. He's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm at Shibuya. He's like, all right, I'm going to come join you. And then it turned out to be $5, more than $5. It's like $18.
But that was after the pandemic started. Like,
so you're saying
they lowered their
pre-COVID
prices.
it wasn't delicious, and then after COVID, with a sprinkling of 19, they got some extra flavor.
I think so.
21 says, hi, Brandon.
Hello, Dion. Oh, that was spicy. I still wish I had some of my boba drink left, but I don't.
Was the boba good?
Yes.
Would you wait in line?
I want to say, would I wait in line? No, because I don't like waiting in line for anything. Oh, that's what was good. Okay, I ate at Alejandro's in Kapahulu. That was good. I would go back
Have you
that.
been to the original in Kalihi?
I have not, but I've gone to the one in Kapahulu. And that was good. Oh my gosh.
Have you had a birria taco yet?
I've had many birria tacos. I've had it maybe from 4 different places, I think.
Do they taste different?
No, not really, because so a birria taco basically it's
Stew.
tortilla,
Corn.
meat, cheese, and a grilled cheese with tortilla with meat in it, and you dip it into this broth. Yeah, it's braised meat, but okay, so everyone does the same spices ideally. So generally everything will taste the same. I don't, aside from, so Liberia, Hawaii, which is a taco truck outside of Pearl Ridge, outside of Sears. I think Guy Hoggy just did a thing with them this week or whatever. Those are probably my favorite, only because they offer this Hellfire one, which makes it really spicy. Um, and theirs, I think, are the most affordable. But it's probably not my favorite thing to eat, only because it's pretty heavy. I mean, it's Mexican food, but it's heavy. So, you named so many good restaurants. I wish I could see the list. We'll post the list later today.
Will post the list later today of all the all you can eat restaurants that I eat at in the last month.
Okay, so I recently went to Liberia like a couple weeks ago after playing golf. And I don't know what it was, but the second time I had it, I swear they put way too much of whatever the Hellfire is to make it hot, but I was crying, which is kind of rare for me eating hot food nowadays. But they put so much spice. It was crazy how much spice they put in that.
I used to be able to eat spicy food. Now I can like have a little bit. If it's too much, I can't handle. I'm old.
I mean, I'm getting there, but I can still handle my spice, but I don't know. I think they just put way too much because it was spicy.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I mean, if I wanted a late runner for like the best new restaurant, or what I think is one of my favorite restaurants to eat, I'm gonna go back and try this chicken and brisket place that I just tried the other night. And I mean, it's such a good deal. Okay, so
really
like, what was that?
I really like the name.
Yeah, I love the play on chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah, I like.
Or I hope that's what they're going for.
I'm surprised that their brisket isn't sold on its own. Right? You can't get like a brisket plate. You have to get like a sandwich, a ramen, or like right? Or am I making that up? Can I not read?
I think they have a brisket plate. I might be wrong. I didn't. I am definitely more interested in the fried chicken because I love fried chicken. But just I think the value of it. So when I got it, you know, I got it. Let's say I put it in. I got it within 40 minutes, which is good for a Bite Squad order. And opened it. Chicken was crispy. Chicken was crispy for like half an hour after I got it, which is saying something. Because I was like honestly, I ate that after I made my charcuterie board that night, which was a bad idea. So full, but it was so good. So opened the plate. There was 12 pieces of chicken, which when I looked at it closer, it's basically 6 thighs cut in half, which is really smart. I never thought about that before. Like you cut it right by the bone, so you have one piece with the bone, one piece that's no bone. It's smaller, it gets more crispy. I was like, wow, that's really smart. Do you know the
people who run it?
So I know the guy cooking. I forget what his title is, but he's with the Sheraton somewhere. You might know him actually. But so that like 6 pieces, 6 thighs cost $15. So generally good price. I had their brisket chili on rice, and it was basically the size of the container you're eating right now, which is, let's say 24 ounces, maybe? 24, 32 ounces?
24.
24? Maybe a little bigger than that, and it was $8.
But how much was it rice?
A third. Okay. But the fact that it was chili and brisket and like sour cream, cheese, jalapenos, onions, all that jazz, for the price of $8, like you go to Zippy's and you get a chili rice, it's $6 already. You know, that's pricey.
We've talked
and then they also
Zippy's is not cheap.
Zippy's is not like Oxtail. Like everyone that I talk to nowadays, Oxtail soup is like $20+, which, I mean, it's oxtail, which is pricey, but it's like holy crap. Like I worked at Zippy's. Wow, I worked at Zippy's like 16 years ago. When oxtail soup was like $14 and a zip pack was under 10. I was like, holy crap, that's a long time ago now. Man, time flies.
We're getting old, dude.
Oh,
Okay, Brendan.
finally, you include me in the were.
Brendan, 2021. What would you like to see in the local food scene, food trend? You want to make any predictions?
Food trends, food scenes for the local community next year. I got to think about that one for a second. Well, what do you think?
Oh, I just come up with the questions, Brendan.
Oh gosh, I think sandwiches are going to be a big thing. I don't know why.
I could see that. I could see that. Sandwiches could make a comeback.
Just
Everyone I know
because the
loves
whole
sandwiches,
takeout
but
thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever had machetes? Their sandwiches?
I have had machetes. I liked
Ooh,
it.
that just okay. I was like, that didn't sound like a good half.
No, no, no.
I love their
It's just
sandwiches.
for me. I think for me, your charcuterie board is my sandwich. Like I know how to make a sandwich. It's just a sandwich. And I know
But
it's not just a sandwich, so all you sandwich shops out there, please don't hate me. Conceptually, I know that, but then in my mind, I'm like, I could throw together bread and meat and lettuce and then call it a day.
you're completely right because I used to be like that. I used to be like, oh, it's a sandwich. But
But people
but
love them. People love
with
sandwiches. I don't
machetes,
have that
with
affinity.
machetes, they make their own bread, so they do have
They
a
do
plus
make
one
their own
with
bread.
that. Two,
They do make their own bread.
I used to think like I can just make my own sandwich, and I bought everything from the store. I spent more money buying things for a sandwich that I got sick of because I couldn't eat the same sandwich for a whole loaf of bread.
Which is what everyone says about the charcuterie board. They just
But
want
you're not
it.
buying a charcuterie board for yourself. You're going to a party and buying a charcuterie board.
It's the same thing, Brandon. It's the same thing.
It's not. It's not.
But yeah, so I very rarely like eat at a sandwich shop. But every time I have a sandwich, I'm like, oh yeah, this is delicious. Like I even think Subway is delicious. So you know.
I mean, Subway had. I think I'm the only person that's eaten that I've talked to or that I know has tried the Subway rib sandwich and it was delicious. And I can't find it anymore because it's gone.
Is it better than the McRib? Yes.
Yes, it is way better than the grip. Only because you can put whatever you want on it.
Oh, you
Because
mean like
barbecue ribs and jalapenos is bomb. Other food predictions. I think someone's gonna figure out a way to make this whole takeout kind of vibe like in a whole next level kind of thing.
I feel like there's going to be way more, and in a good way, like parklets and like open air eating options, things of that nature, which I think Hawaii should have had in the first place just because of our climate, but because of COVID. So you'll be seeing more of that.
Very true. Very true.
That's
I
my
mean,
prediction.
I feel like maybe we'll see an open bar, an open
Yeah,
air
no,
bar.
yeah. We should. I don't understand why we don't have more rooftop bars. Like the whole downtown area, there should be rooftop bars in every building. I don't understand.
Because there's only, right now, I think there's only Chin Chin, and that's it.
That's it.
And in Waikiki, there's really only Sky and
Which is
Blue Hole.
reopening.
Yeah, which just reopened, which, I mean, I haven't really seen anything yet by them, but I know the chef is a good guy, so.
But yeah, 2021, it's going to be interesting. 2020 certainly did not unfold the way I thought it was going to, but we're still here.
We're still alive.
We made it.
How about this one? What's the worst thing you ate in 2020?
Do you have an answer?
I'm thinking of my answer right now.
What's the worst thing I ate?
Yeah.
Mm, I did have some. I did have some artisanal bread from one of the farmers markets that maybe I just didn't get it when it was fresh, but it didn't hold well by the time I tried it.
Mm, yeah, I can
Bread
see
is
that.
tricky.
Bread is very tricky. That's why
Bread is
when I
tricky.
saw people making sourdough, I was like, you guys are crazy.
What was the worst thing you had?
Worst thing I had. The Impossible Whopper.
Is it not good?
So for me, it tastes like a Boca burger, and I grew up eating
Boca
Boca burgers.
burger.
I
Wow,
grew up eating it.
that's something I haven't heard of in forever.
Yeah, I grew up eating it, so I like hate Boca burgers. So for me, I didn't like it. Other than like, if I want to think of a more local thing, I ate some. I guess again at the farmers market, I ate some artisanal ice cream that I couldn't even palate. Like I ate it and I had to spit it out. So
One last question, and then we'll sign off. Let everybody enjoy the rest of the year. Does it bother you to see corporate restaurants at the farmers markets?
corporate restaurants meaning like Dina DeLucas because they're a corporate restaurant. Um,
I said what I said.
and I mean I'll say it. I'm not. Yeah, you know how I am. Uh, I do, but I also believe I think farmers farmer markets should be 75% farm and 25% local
Eatery.
wear, local food, local products, anything like that. I mean, because like for me, when I think of a farmer's market, I think of like the ones I go to like in California, if I ever go.
But the
Like I went
problem
to
with
this,
Hawaii is that we only have like 4 items. So every farm grows the same 4 items.
that is, but I mean, that's why, I don't know. It's hard to call it a farmer's market, honestly. It should just be a local market, you know?
Maybe that's your new business for 2021, yo.
No, that's too much coordination. I don't have time for that.
We'll get
But I
Melissa to
mean,
coordinate. Melissa 808 loves to coordinate things.
but okay, so with the whole corporate restaurants and farmers markets, I do agree. I don't think they should be there, personally. It's like, you're a corporate thing. You have your own market. You have where you're supposed to be. I think if anything, you get a food truck and you want to venture out and not be only at your location. I think trying to attack a local market and taking business away from local places. But see, okay, so this is where I even
Well, do you want to
get,
read what Melissa just said? Melissa says she understands, but restaurants are required to use local ingredients, and they're just trying to save their staff.
okay, so, and that's what I was going to say, but there's also a twofold to what Melissa says. One, are the ingredients they're using really local? Two, I do agree. When people say support local business, when people say support this, support that, when people are like, "Oh, only use your food, uh, your
Card.
unemployment food card at a local business," in my head, I'm like, I think you can use it wherever you want because wherever you're going to spend it to, you're providing work and jobs and money for local people. Like, yes,
But
it
some of the
sucks.
money, if you spend it at if you spend it at, say, a local
McDonald's.
restaurant rather than a corporate restaurant, all of the money stays in the state, as opposed to a corporate restaurant where some of the money stays in the state.
It is true, but
McDonald's is our
you know,
franchises, so actually all of that McDonald's is a local restaurant.
it is. But I mean, then that's where it gets like, that's like the thin line that people they see both sides of it. It's like regardless, you're supporting a local person's job, but do you keep the money within Hawaii? Do you keep the money into the mainland or whatnot? And it's just hard because a lot of local restaurants, they may have investors that don't even live here.
Right.
So maybe the money isn't even staying here. So I mean, it's
Nice one, Brandon. Also, a fun fact: did you know $10 million from those cards were not used?
that's because I tried to understand it. I couldn't. And so basically, it was like they withheld 20%. I don't know. It's a really weird topic because I didn't get a card, so I can't really do anything or say anything about it.
I didn't get a card. I don't know.
I mean, I was unemployed, but whatever.
Oh, why didn't you get a card?
I I don't know because I signed up too late. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I do think that the whole support a local business is very twofold. I mean, I I love supporting local businesses. I will always support mom and pops, hands down. That was what the show was about, because that one you know that the money will stay in Hawaii. Like if I supported a restaurant that had an investor from China, for example, like the money's not completely going to stay in Hawaii.
That
I
sounds
don't.
very pointed, but okay. That sounds like a 2021 topic.
I mean, it's just yeah. But back to Melissa and saying, they're required to use local ingredients.
Who's regulating it?
Yeah, I look at the vendors and not just talking about like the Ward Farmers Market. I can talk about any farmers market. It's like, are they really using local? I worked at a farmers market booth before, and we didn't use local. We use some
Well, I think
local. When
it just needs to be a percentage, right? It has to be a
it
percentage.
is, but it's like calling a hamburger Kobe beef burger and use like 10% Kobe.
Didn't we just talk about this?
We did just talk about this.
I feel like that analogy already came up in the conversation. Well,
I
on
mean,
that
this.
note, folks, happy holidays. Support your local businesses. Stay safe. Happy New Year. We will see you in 2021 unless some disastrous thing happens to either myself or Brandon. See you guys later.
Bye.